watching News 8 on WROC.
Today marks the start of National Eating Disorders Awareness Week, a week to educate the public about the realities of eating disorders while providing hope and support to those impacted.
The COVID-19 pandemic has led to a rise in eating disorders, with the National Eating Disorder Awareness Hotline seeing a 107% increase in calls since the start of the pandemic. We spoke with local experts to hear how you can recognize an eating disorder and how loved ones can help.
We're seeing double and triple the amount of hospitalizations that we have in the past.
Patricia Patrone, the director and owner of Whole Wellness Therapy Services in Rochester, says the pandemic has led to a rise in eating disorders, impacting kids at an even younger age.
Instead of girls coming in who are 16, 17, we're seeing a huge uptick in 7 to 10-year-olds even. So children coming in, and they're already at a point where they're beyond our level of care.
There are a number of ways the pandemic has impacted eating disorders, including spending more time on social media and being in isolation.
Eating disorders thrive off of stress, off of disconnection, conflict, trauma. So if you have a family that already has many points of tension and suddenly they can't escape one another, you're going to see the individual with the eating disorder really start to suffer with heavier symptoms.
On top of it all, getting help may take more time. Locally, Patrone says some places are seeing wait lists of 12+ weeks. If that's the case, she says to contact your primary care doctor.
They'll check things like your electrolytes. They can do a full physical and just make sure that, you know, you're not going to see anything disastrous.
As eating disorders become more common, Patrone said addressing the stigma surrounding them is so important, and that often includes having supportive family and friends.
Allow them to work through the disorder while they're in treatment with their medical professionals, but be available. Try to connect. Grow through connection with them instead of, you know, pressuring them or rushing the recovery, because if you do those things, unfortunately it causes a sever in the connection.
And signs of eating disorders can include fear of eating in front of others, changes in mood, fatigue, being cold when others around you aren't, and changes in exercise patterns. If you or a loved one needs help, we do have a list of resources for you at rochesterfirst.com.
All right, Allie, thank you. Such an important story.